The room is silent, save for the steady crackle of the fire. An old woman sits by its glow, her hands resting on a worn scroll, the edges curled from years of careful handling. Beside her, a young girl sits cross-legged, her eyes wide with curiosity. "Tell me again about the women in our family, the ones no one speaks of." "Ah, yes, the ones no one would have chosen, but God did." The old woman unravels the scroll, her fingers gliding over the ancient names, tracing the stories woven into their bloodline. There was Tamar, a woman betrayed, cast aside like she did not matter. Her husband died, and the family that should have cared for her turned their backs. She was left without a future, without a name that could carry on. But she would not be forgotten. She disguised herself, took what was rightfully hers in a way no one would have expected. A desperate act, yes, but through it she secured a place in history. The very line of Judah, the line that would one day bring forth a king, continued because of her. But she tricked them. Why would God still choose her? Ah, child, do you think God only works through perfect people? He chooses those who are willing, even if their stories are messy. The old woman turns the scroll, moving down to another name. And then there was Rahab, a woman whose home was built into the very walls of Jericho, a woman whose name was whispered in the streets, whose presence made others turn away. She was not the kind of woman people expected to be part of God's plan, and yet when the time came, she made a choice. She hid the Israelite spies. She put her faith in a God she had never known, a God who did not belong to her people. And because of her faith, she was spared when her city fell. Not only that, she was welcomed into the family of Israel, a foreigner, a woman with a past, yet chosen. She became one of us, not just one of us, the mother of Boaz, and Boaz, well, his story is intertwined with another remarkable woman. The old woman leans in, her voice lowering as if the story itself was sacred. Her name was Ruth, a Moabite, an outsider, never meant to be part of Israel. When her husband died, she could have returned to her people, but she didn't. She chose love. She chose loyalty. "Where you go, I will go," she told her mother-in-law. "Your people will be my people, and your God, my God." She left behind everything she had ever known, and because of her faithfulness, she found favor. She found Boaz, and through her, another branch of the family tree grew, one that would lead to King David himself. The girl leans closer, drawn in by the weight of history. Old woman. "But even kings are not free from scandal. Bathsheba was beautiful, a wife to another man. But when the king himself, David, desired her, she had no choice. She was taken, her life forever changed. Her husband was sent to war, never to return. And though she became queen, she carried the weight of all that had happened. Yet even from sorrow, God brought forth something greater. Her son, Solomon, became the wisest king Israel would ever know. Girl, so much sadness, so much brokenness. Old woman, yes. And yet the story does not end there. And then there was Mary, the mother of Jesus. Yes, a young girl, barely more than a child, when the angel appeared to her. She was not wealthy, not from a powerful family. She had no great title, only faith. And when the world whispered about her, when they doubted her honor, she held her head high. Because she knew that God does not choose the perfect, He chooses the willing. Tamar, Rahab, Ruth, Bathsheba, Mary. 5 women, 5 stories, but all part of one plan. Yes, child, God does not see as we see. Where others see shame, He sees purpose. Where others see outsiders, He calls family. And through them, He brought forth the Savior of the world. So, even when we are not perfect, God can still use us. He already is, my dear. He already is. One day, I will tell my children this story too. Yes, child, and they will listen, just as you have. Because this is not just a story of the past. It is a story that lives on. A story that reminds us, no matter who we are, no matter where we come from, God can use us for something greater than we can ever imagine. One day, she would tell the story again. Subscribe now to our YouTube channel for more powerful biblical stories reinterpreted for today with new videos every week.